twinkle in his eye, the way he carried himself, the fashionista style that he had, how he made us his own every time you met him, will always stay with us. Whoever Arun met felt cocooned in love, felt family. So we have all the things that Arun loved in these next 2.5 or so hours. We have the people he touched, his closest ones will share stories of his life, how he really impacted them. At the end, there'll be a picture collage with a video that'll really kind of showcase his life right from the time he was a kid. And we'll open it up to people who want to share anything they would like at that point of time. There'll be meditation where we'll be able to transcend. There'll be soulful music. Some of Arun's favorites were Sanskrit chants and pregnant with vibrations and of peace and love and joy. So we'll sing those songs for him. And of course, the Beatles. He loved the Beatles. And just some housekeeping, like we'll make sure our cell phones are all muted so we can again carry on seamlessly. This is being recorded, so hopefully that is fine. And to get started, I would love to invite truly a dear friend of the family and a senior Art of Living faculty, John Osborne, just to take us into Ohms and to invoke the energy of Lord Ganesha.
Thank you, Anikat. Mona Kumi, with you in spirit. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Ganana Twa Ganapatikam Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspat Ana Srinvanu Tabisi Sadanam Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Ganapati Om Jaya Ganapati Om. 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 Ganapati, 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 Ganapati Om Jaya Ganapati Om. 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 Ganapati, 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 Jaya Ganapati, Ganapati Om, Jaya Ganapati Om, Ganapati Om, Jaya Ganapati Om. Ganapati Om 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 Jaya Ganapati Om. Ganapati, 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 Ganapati.
मैं तो मालूम नहीं था कि तुम कितने ईमानदार बिजनेसमैन हो।
Ganapati. Ganapati Om Jaya Ganapati Om. Ganapati Om Jaya Ganapati Om. My connection with Arun was always about music. He would come up during satsangs and say how much he enjoyed the music and ask me to play specific bhajans. So I'm hoping he's hearing now, and I'm hoping wherever he goes, he has wonderful music to listen to. Jai Gurudev. Sending a blessing, Mona, to him, to you, and to your mom, all three. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. John, could we have one more from you? One more song? Do you have time before your silence course?
My silence course is well taken care of at the moment. Anything you want, Mona. What would you like? Anything in particular?
Maybe one of the ones Arun would request of you.
Door of my heart, open wide, I keep for thee. Door of my heart, open wide, I keep for thee. Night and day, night and day, I look for thee. Night and day, night and day, night and day, I look for thee. Night and day, will my days I wait without seeing thee, my Lord. Will my days lie away without seeing thee, my Lord? Wilt thou come? Wilt thou come? Just for once, come to me. Wilt thou come? Wilt thou come? Just for once, come to me. Lord, my heart, open wide, I keep for thee. Door of my heart, open wide, I keep for thee.
Thank you, John. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev, Jai Janinder, Pranam, Namaskar. Welcome, everyone. As Aniket so beautifully said, today will be a day of celebration for us because Arun was full of celebration. So it was the day after Christmas. All the presents had been opened, and we were just waiting in anticipation. In the afternoon, the phone rang. I ran to the phone, my grandmother Dadima following close behind, my baby sister coming right after that. Daddy was on the phone. It's a boy! And we celebrated. The three of us banged pots in jubilation. We danced. We couldn't have been more ecstatic. And I never remember my father being as happy as he was that moment when he said it's a boy with such excitement. And boy, what a boy he was. The most perfect looking baby. Eyelashes that were a mile long, the perfect nose, the sweetest disposition. Some of my favorite memories, and I still recall this to this day, is baby Arun just cuddling up inside of me and falling asleep in the nape of my neck. Just that softness of his hair, and it was the most precious thing in the world. I kept wanting to turn the clock back and keep the kids exactly where they were, but of course they were growing. And Anu and Arun had their own language. So what sounded like baby talk to us, they were in conversation. And Anu, being 21 months older than him, she would translate his needs to us. So they would talk in baby talk, and then Anu would say what he was saying. And I was astounded that they had their own language, that it wasn't just gibberish but real communication. And what love they shared. Anu Arun for us were just one name. It was always Anu Arun, and they were inseparable. And the way they took care of each other. I remember at a doctor's office, you know how doctors will give children toys for visiting at the end to make it more palatable that they were there. So Arun was given a toy, and immediately he said, "Can I have one for my sister?" That's how they would look after each other. As Arun was growing, as the eldest sister, I felt such a need to protect them. Once we attended a movie that um, some kids that I babysat for their mother took us all to. And I was concerned, even though it was a cartoon, that Arun was sitting on the other end of me and I was on one end. And then, sure enough, as the movie became a little darker in tone, the scary villains started coming out. Arun walked over to me and sat in my lap and finished the movie. And he protected me too as he grew up. He was very protective of my emotions. When my father transitioned the year, I celebrated my first birthday without him. And Arun was so sensitive to what I was going through. He did everything he could to cheer me up, and cheer me up he did. Once a year later, after my father, I just got so angry at Arun because I felt he wasn't taking care of himself enough. And I was scolding him, and he just stood at the doorway listening. And then he said, when I was finished, "Muna Didi, I love you too. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere." And then he came and held me. He understood what was behind that scolding. It was just pure love. And what an athlete he was growing up. Fearless. Whether it was skateboarding, inline skating, skiing, snowboarding. With his friend Zach, he'd be on those rails and doing those sharp tricks. And I was just astounded. I had trouble riding a bike, and my brother was doing all these incredible stunts. Arun always had the quality of making everyone feel like they were part of the family. Because they were. In our living room at any given day, you didn't know who was sleeping in the living room. Mom had Art of Living people over. Daddy would walk down and there'd be strangers, and no one would blink an eye. It was the most normal thing. And so many friends have shared in the last few days how, even though they didn't know Arun so well, from Arun's side, they could feel like they were his sister, they were his brother, they were part of us. And that's very much how our family moves. Such generosity of spirit, such a sense of belongingness, such love. At the end of our life, we're asked two questions. How much love have you given? How much knowledge have you received? Arun, as anyone can attest, gave love so freely. There was no boundary to his love. And as far as knowledge, every chance he got, he was enrolling for a silence course or listening to the Ashtavakra Gita with such thirst, as if his soul was longing for this knowledge. I'll now turn this over to Anu, my sister, to share.
Given the opportunity, I would pick Arun to be my brother over and over again in every lifetime. There isn't a thing I would change about our childhood, except maybe have a pool in our backyard, because I had the greatest friend to grow up with, and he was just the cutest, most lovable kid. The man you all know and love has consistently been that genuine, sweet, and giving. He would spoil his friends and family without giving it a second thought, a trait that he definitely got from my dad. And even though he isn't here physically, he's still spoiling us by bringing so many old friends back together. As you all know, he thrived on his relationships. If I could have kept Arun close to me, I would have done so forever, but he was meant to fly, and boy, did he.
हाँ, तेरा तो मुझे मालूम ही है, कभी कर भी नहीं सकता।
और बता।
Anu, you're muted also. Can you unmute yourself, please?
If I could have kept Arun close to me, I would have done so forever, but he was meant to fly, and boy, did he. Arun has traveled all around the world with my mom and met so many wonderful people. He's had experiences some of us can only dream of. Once he found his calling in gems, he dreamt big and opened his own business, which reflected Arun's Bollywood style through and through. He lit up every room he entered and left an everlasting impression on all of us. I never in a million years thought that my dreams that are coming true now would have to be celebrated without Arun, like having a baby. But then a friend said to me, your brother will have a chance to love her before she comes to you. What a special gift. And that thought made my heart so happy. How lucky is this baby? She's going to be so incredibly loved before we even meet her by my brother, my dad, grandparents, all the angels watching over us. I'm so grateful for you, Arun. Thank you for being the best brother and son. I hope you and dad visit me in my dreams often. We will love and miss you every day. Now, my husband Nubbies would like to say a few things.
Hello, everyone. What a great man. Arun, you were one of the purest, kindest, and lovingest people I've ever met. An outstanding person with a brightly shining aura. A unique personality that myself, along I'm sure with everyone that knew him, would agree was genuine. When you became a friend, you meant it. You were a true friend. No matter what, you would take time to say happy birthday or get well. Happy Diwali, Merry Christmas. You had a rare gift, a way to bring happiness to someone feeling sad, a smile to brighten up a room. You know, we lost a great son, brother, and friend here in body, but we gained an ambassador in heaven and in our hearts. We will never forget you, my brother. I love you.
I think जो तू पूरा था देखा
Basically going to Everest.
Abu, you can unmute yourself.
So Arun was my little brother. You know, I used to call him Arun Puttar. Puttar in India is like a son. And he used to really enjoy it because he used to look forward to calling me Arun Puttar all the time. You know, so he was a little baby of the house, my little brother, and a very shy and gentle soul. And I know almost all of you have met him, have known him. He never could speak negative or ill of anyone. Doesn't matter what he was going through, whether health challenges, challenges in his business, or anything. He may be going through tough times, but he would always be speaking positive. I never heard him say anything bad. And I think that tells the character of a person, right? We can say good things about everyone when we are feeling good, but when we are not well, or when we are going through a challenge, how do we connect to the world? And Arun was always positive, always giving. You know, his heart, his wallet were always open for anyone. Doesn't matter what he was doing. And there's such beautiful stories. I'm sure some of you will share of him helping people at the Boon Ashram, and pretty much anywhere he went, Arun touched everyone. And you know, he was way ahead of his times when it came to style. You know, if you saw Arun, he was always dressed in the best possible way, and I think he was way ahead of times in his fashion. And sometimes I used to tease him. I said, Arun, you know, you look like this big trader from India. You know, he used to come dressed up in these glowing dresses, and so he had such a sense of fashion, and we all loved him for that. So Arun, if you can feel all of us, just know that we all love you, and we all wish you the best on your next journey. And just be happy that you have done such a wonderful work, spread so much love with everyone, and you'll always be missed. Jai Gurudev.
I'd like to invite my buasa, Arun's aunt, my father's sister, to share a few words. Anu, can you highlight Bua, please?
We can't
In the,
spotlight Buasa for
Okay.
some reason.
in the meantime, we'd like to hear from our other brother. Rinku.
Okay, Buasa's here.
Okay, बुआ बोलिएगा.
ज्यादा तो मैं कुछ नहीं बोल रही बेटा उसके लिए, लेकिन बस वो इतना चेहरा उसका हंसता हुआ चेहरा हरदम मेरे सामने आ रहा है. उठते बैठते लग रहा है उसका चेहरा मेरे सामने आ रहा है. उसकी कुछ बातें याद है. अभी थोड़ा दिन पहले मेरे से फोन में बात हुई थी, तो बोला, मैंने कहा कब आ रहे हो इंडिया? तो बोला, बुआ मेरे को बहुत दिन हो गए हैं, अब मैं जल्दी इंडिया आऊंगा, दिसंबर में जरूर आऊंगा. और केयर तो इतना करता था, लेटी हुई तो अपने आप आके उड़ाना करना, कोई भी काम के लिए. यदि मैं ज्यादा नहीं मिलती थी वहां पे, क्योंकि वो जनरली बाहर रहता था, पर जब भी रहता था पूरा केयर करता था. और क्या बताऊं, उसके लिए मैंने उसका
बुआ सा mute हो गए हैं. But what she was saying was, what I remember is his laughter. That's what she was saying at the end. Thank you, बुआ सा. Indian culture is one of belongingness. No one is a stranger. So even if you see someone on the street, you address them by uncle or brother or grandmother. That's how you address people, even people you don't know. And our real aunts and uncles, our aunts and uncles, the generation before them, their parents are our grandparents. So we didn't grow up with two sets of grandparents. We grew up with multiple sets of grandparents, all of whom had full authority over you. And our uncle and aunt's children, we didn't know what the meaning of cousins were. We just knew that they were our brothers and sisters. And there was no difference between the brothers and sisters that lived in the same household with us in America or those that were in our households in India. And their children were our nieces and nephews, and their kids were our grandchildren. So by the time Arun was born, because there was such an age gap between our eldest brother, Surinder Bhai Sahab, and Arun, I think by the time Arun was born, he was already a grandfather. So I'd like to invite one of our brothers, Vivek Lunia, to now share.
Hi. Uh, I just wanted to share a few things. It indeed is a sad day, but knowing Arun, he would have been sad and worried looking us sad. So I want to remember him as he's right here, sitting next to us, talking about life, talking about new adventure. And as Mona these just said, me and Arun were never cousins. We were always brothers. This is the way many of you know me. I remember he used to take my ID to look old. And I also remember how I'll take his just to see how I used to look, or remember how I used to look when I was young. Remember our trips together, meals together, and especially our long talks, Arun, my brother, may have meant something to each and every one of you. Personally, to me, he was my friend, my best friend, my guardian angel, my confidant, and someone who has always been with me in every significant and not so significant event in my life. I could talk to him about anything because he would never judge. He would always say, "Don't worry, I'm here." He always had his own comforting ways to make me at ease. He had that trait where he would always turn a dull party around. Every day, every few weeks, we'll check in with each other, me and Arun, either via text or even via call. And he will always ask for Muchkin, my daughter Abby. she was and always will be apple of his eye. Sometimes I would feel jealous of them having so much fun together. His favorite line to my daughter Abby would be, "Who loves you the most?" And Abby would say, "You, Chachu." Next would be the same question. He'll ask her same question, but in much louder voice so that I can hear it. And thereafter, both of them will come individually to me to tell me that I'm their favorite as well. That was my Arun. When we remember what a fun person he was, we can't help but just smile. And as much as I'm hurting today, I know he's at a better place. I want us all to remember to laugh and smile and have fun every day. because we only have one life. And if we have learned anything from Arun, we have learned to enjoy our lives all the time because we aren't guaranteed tomorrow. You know, let's just be thankful for all the special moments that he's left with us. And with that hope that Arun will continue to live on within our hearts and minds. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinku. I'd like to invite Aniket to share a special song that he prepared in less than 24 hours. Thank you, Aniket.
So this is truly a special song. It's the Navkar mantra. It's really beautiful. It praises and adores the sages, the realized souls, the souls who have conquered inner fear, greed, pride, attachment, and attained final liberation. So you can chant along if you know. Pardon my pronunciations. Arihantanam Namo Siddhanam Namo Ayariyanam Namo Vajjanam Namo Loe Savasahunam Eso Panchanamukaro Savapapnasano Mangalanam cha savesim Paramam havai mangalam Namo 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 Arihantanam Namo Siddhanam Namo Ayariyanam Namo Vajjananam Namo Loe Sava Sahunam Eso Panchanamukaro Savapapnasano Mangalanam cha Savaisim Paramam Havai Mangalam Namo 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 Om Namo 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 Namo
Wow, Aniket. You're amazing. I'd like to invite Manju Jiji.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Arun's cousin Manju. I shared a special bonding with Arun ever since he was a little kid. I vividly remember giving bath to Arun, Annu, and my son Ishan at Kumi auntie's house very often. Some good old memories are left now. Arun was a very kind, humble, and above all, he had a big heart. Always eager to help, always supported me unconditionally. I can go on and on describing his qualities. He was a gem of a person, very loving and affectionate. As you know, he had a special love for gems and stones. He designed some very simple and elegant earrings for me, which I will always cherish. In the end, I will say life is eternal, but love is immortal. I will always love you, Arun, and miss you. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Gigi. I'd like to invite from Shah Building my Bhabi ji, Surinder Bhai Sab's wife.
ये सबसे छोटे देवर को मैं अंतर्मन से श्रद्धांजलि दे रही हूँ। आज वो शरीर से तो हम सबके साथ नहीं हैं, परंतु हम सबके मन में वे हमेशा के लिए बसे हुए हैं। उनके सबसे बड़े भाई सुरेंद्र भाई साहब और सबसे छोटे भैया हैं हमारे अरुण भैया, वो अब हमारे साथ नहीं हैं। अरुण जी को बच्चों से बहुत ही प्यार था। वे जब भी जयपुर आते थे सब बच्चों को लेकर एक पार्टी जरूर करवाते थे। उनका मन भी बच्चों जैसा ही एकदम निर्मल और निश्चल था। इसलिए मैं उनको शाह परिवार के नेहरू चाचा ही कहूंगी। उनका हंसता हुआ चेहरा आंखों में छाया रहता है। भगवान उनको चरम शांति प्रदान करे।
Pranam Bhabi ji. I'd like to invite Ikki Bhai, Kitu Bhai.
अरुण अपने आप में ही एक एनर्जेटिक नाम है। मैंने उसके साथ आई हैव स्पेंट so many long hours with him. Whenever he was in India, I used to spend most of my time with him, buying stones, going with him around, roaming with him to vendors. And then when we finished buying, it's time for us to go to Tucson for the show. So most of the time we were together. I enjoyed his company. I still can't believe he's not with us. Very difficult for me to, to admit that he's no more with us. But he will always be in my heart, in our hearts. I still remember his loving face in front of me whenever I think of him. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Kitu Bhai. Ikki Bhai.
I'm Ikibai to Arun, Jyoti, my real name. I'm his brother, and I have some vivid memories about Arun, having seen him first in 1987, December 1987, Christmas time. It was my first Christmas in the US. I had visited Chachaji and family that time. Arun was a little kid then, and I remember vividly that kind of the mischief in his eyes. He was quiet, but he had a lot of mischief in his eyes and was always up to some tricks. But as a kid, he loved to be cuddled. So there are a lot of pictures of him being cuddled by his sisters, by his dad, his mom, and kind of he had a different kind of energy in him. But as he grew up, that mischief got converted into something else, a passion, because he had a passion for things. And the mischief in his eyes was that he loved having fun, loved whatever he did as he grew up. And I met him recently on his birthday about a year back. He's talked a lot about how much he enjoyed his work, his beads work, going around meeting people, working with them, and kind of having fun at the same time. Okay? And I know that at that time, that was the first time he met some of his nephews. And these were teenagers, and you know how teenagers are sometimes. They have a difficult time when they first meet a person. They really want to stay away, but they took on to him just like they had known him for years. And that's the kind of impression Arun always had. This friendly, welcoming kind of attitude he had, that they never felt uncomfortable with him. And by the time he left that day, they had just become as if they were friends for life, And as usual, he would sign off with his favorite sign, peace, And I remember that, every time we met, his thing was a sign up there. Okay? And I want to just end like the meaning of Arun is sun, and he brought sunlight to everybody's life. So I'll end there. Thank you.
Thank you, Kivai. As I think almost everybody here knows, for the last 30 years in this lifetime, we've been really blessed to be part of the Art of Living Foundation and our Art of Living family. Pujish Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar Ji says our mission is to care for the world, care for the individual, care for the world, and uplift everyone around us, bring a smile to every face. We're so honored right now to have with us Gurudev's sister, Shrimati Bhanu Devi. Bhanu Didi has always been there for us. At every big event, at every small event, even if I have something in my heart that I want to discuss and share with her, she knows what it is before I even ask. I'd like Bhanu Didi to come and please perform a beautiful ceremony called Guru Puja. Jai Gurudev.
Even though Arun is not with us now, but he is with us in spirit. He was such a gentle soul, so friendly. भगवान को प्रिय हो गए, हाँ? तब भी प्रियता अभी भी बहुत प्रिय हो गए. So, as you rightly have written, that celebrating Arun's life, Guru Puja is one such ceremony to celebrate life, right? So let's do the Guru Puja. Jai Gurudev. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मश्रीगुरुपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. अपवित्रपवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थां गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्याभ्यन्तरशुचिः. आवाहनम् नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तम् गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्त्रोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरुं सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. यद्वारे निखिलानिलिम्पपरिषत् सिद्धिं विधत्ते निशम् श्रीमश्रीलसितं जगद्गुरुपदं नत्वात्मतृप्तिं गता. लोकाज्ञानपयोदपाटनदुरं श्रीशङ्करं शर्मदं ब्रह्मानन्द सरस्वती गुरुवरं ध्यायामि ज्योतिर्मयम्. आवाहनं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आसनं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। वस्त्रं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। चन्दनं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। अक्षतां समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। धूपं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। दीपं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आरार्तिक्यम्। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आरार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं विश्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणसहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि श्रीगुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। Lots of love to all of you.
Jai Gurudev.
Kunji, Mona, Anu.
Thank you, Bhanu Didi, for honoring my request. I really, really love you. Thank you.
जय गुरुदेव भानु दीदी।
Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha, namastasmai, namastasmai, namastasmai. Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha. Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye. Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha. Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye. Namastasmai, 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 namo namaha.
Thank you, Manoj. Just as Arun was the youngest of our generation on the Shah side, Kirti Lunya is the youngest of our generation on my maternal grandparents' side. Kirti? Kirti, can you speak again? We're not able to hear you. Kirti,
Kirti, you're
maybe
muted.
you can drop off and join back, and we'll come back to you.
She just needs to unmute herself.
Oh, she muted. हाँ Kirti, now we can hear sounds.
अरुण भैया
इसको बंद करो इसको।
You're connected twice, so there's an echo. If you mute, okay.
If others in the family can mute theirs, then Kirti will be able to speak, who are in the same room.
We can't hear you. Okay, Kirti, you're logged in twice, so just disconnect altogether. Make sure all of them are disconnected, and then come back in, and you'll speak next.
So we'll now move to Candy Mamiji from New Delhi.
Hello. Can you hear me, Monaji?
Mamiji, we can.
Yeah. So it's really, really sad to lose a person like Arun Bhai. I've been so fond of him. Whenever he had visited us, he would be just sticking to mummy all the time and talking about so many things about his business and all, how he wanted to grow his business, how he wanted to take all his cousins there, work with them. And he always loved like everybody around, like, all the servants and everybody who, like, he would just like be such a humble person to everybody. Everybody was in shock when they heard about him. And we just pray that his soul is at peace right now, and we always miss him. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Mamiji. Kirti?
Honey, we can't hear you. If you could just make sure the right microphone is being selected.
In the meantime, let us hear from Ashish Mama while Kirti gets settled.
Ashish Mama, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay, great. अरुण की मेरी यादें हमेशा अरुण के मुस्कुराते हुए हैं। मुझे एक भी ऐसा मौका याद नहीं जब मैं उससे मिला हूं और वो मुस्कुरा नहीं रहा हूं। उसने अपनी जितनी भी जीवन में उतार चढ़ाव देखे हमेशा मुस्कुरा के ही उनका सामना किया। दुनिया में उतार चढ़ाव तो बहुत आते हैं, लेकिन उनको मुस्कान के साथ झेलना बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है। हम सब उसे गंभीरता से लेते हैं, लेकिन वही आदमी इन सबको मुस्कान के साथ निभा सकता है जो यह मानता है कि भगवान जो भी करेगा वो अच्छा करेगा और अपने आप को इतना सीरियसली नहीं लेता है। अरुण से मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम उसके साथ व्यतीत नहीं हुआ, लेकिन जब मैं कमलेश जी के घर यूएस गया था तब उसके साथ रहने का मौका मिला।
मैं और मेरा बेटा आनंद यूएस गए थे। अरुण हमें लेने आया, छोड़ने आया, पूरे रास्ते हमने खूब हंसी मजाक किया। घर पे उसने बहुत ही चाव से मुझे उसकी वैन और जो आगे के लॉन में आउट हाउस बनाया वो दिखाया। उसके बाद अरुण, मैं, जीजी, हम सब बैठ के अरुण को टीज कर रहे थे कि वो किस टाइप की लड़की से शादी करना चाहता है। थोड़े टाइम मजाक किया, उसके बाद अरुण हमें वापस छोड़ने गया। बहुत छोटी सी मुलाकात थी, लेकिन आज अनफॉर्चुनेट बात यह है कि एक मेमोरी। आज सेलिब्रेशन का मौका है, इसलिए मैं और कोई दुख की बात नहीं करूंगा। आई जस्ट होप दैट ही इज हैप्पी वेयर ही इज, एंड आई विश माय सिस्टर एंड एंटायर फैमिली all the good wishes at this point. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashish Mama. I'd like to invite Ajay Tejasvi, Bhanu Didi's son, to now share a few words.
Jai Gurudev. What a beautiful celebration of such a bright light. There's so many of us from the Art of Living family here today. And we know, as Gurudev says, no, it's we become immortal through the love and the wisdom, the love that we share and the wisdom that we earn throughout the course of our lives. And really, Arun embodied and embraced all those aspects of life in all its fullness. He was so stylish, yet so simple, so charming, yet unassuming, smart, yet innocent. Such a beautiful combination of all of these different qualities. And some people really have the ability to touch so many lives, isn't it? As teachers, we all remind ourselves, often of this, that we come into this world. The first act, what we ask this question, right, on our courses: what is the first act that we do? We take a breath in, and then we start crying, and then during this course of whatever 60, 70, 80 years, whatever it is, at the end of it, then what do? We breathe out, the last act of life. And then if we've lived a good life, then there are so many people around us who shed a tear or two. We've seen that a lot today, and for the last several days also. So it says something about the nature of this individual, of Arun. I remember fondly when I saw him in 96, I think it was the first time that I met him in Rishikesh. And he was a few years younger than me, but still so innocent, so childlike, so approachable. I remember he was on the Yes course that I was teaching then. And we hit it off immediately. We spent a lot of time together then. And over the years, I've had this opportunity of meeting with him. He was always, what can I do for you? It's really like, how can I be of help? What can I do for you? How can I make things better? How can I contribute? That's such a beautiful wealth, more than anything else. If we are in that space of what can I do for you, such a beautiful wealth, isn't it? I think really, it's really such an inspiration. See, such people come inspire us. It doesn't matter how long, right? We don't know, as many of us also shared, when is the life is so momentous, isn't it? And in such a period of time, he was able to remind us of all of these beautiful qualities. So truly, he is immortal within us, and he will continue with all of these memories and these beautiful qualities that we remember about him. Jai Gurudev, Kumi Auntie, Mona Didi, Anu, Abhay Bhaiya.
Thank you, Ajay, for such a beautiful, beautiful words you have said.
Jai
It
Gurudev.
means a lot to me.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
You know
Jai Gurudev.
what Ajay just shared about Arun, always looking to see how he can help others. How can I be of service to you? Even when he was in the hospital, he called up mom and together coordinated, and he ordered food from a restaurant, an Indian restaurant, for the doctors and nurses. So even then, he was looking at how he can take care of others. I'd like to now invite our family friend Preeti Mathur to speak.
So, family friend, conspirator in spirit with Arun. I knew him since he was born pretty much because Didi and Anu were my friends. And so I was over there pretty much all the time, but he was just the kid in the house. As time passed, he became the guy that, you could speak about football and in the next moment, Ashtavakra Gita. Not many people are like that in this world. And our conversations definitely went from a lot of football to a lot of Guruji. He and I spent hours just sharing that knowledge. Didi and Ajay stole my line about how much love and how much wisdom, but those were what our conversations and what our relationship were. It was a mix of love and wisdom, constantly making sure the other knew what their value and worth was and making sure that we lifted one another up. We used to joke that we were the male and female version of one another, and that only we could see those cracks when they came up so that we could help each other. And for me, I'll be forever grateful to Arun for all of the help that he gave me to remember who I am, who I really am. And for that, I'll miss you very much, Arun.
Kamni auntie and uncle, we'd like to invite you to share now.
I knew Arun for over 25 years, and from day one, he became a member of our family, very, very close to us. Now, you have heard so many good things and everything, but if I have to summarize Arun in 2 or 3 words, I would simply say he was Madhuradipate Akhilam Madhuram. It means he was king of all sweetness. In this world, and everything about him was sweet. Arun, his life has ended, but our love and respect for him will never end. Shat Shat Pranam to a very noble soul.
Jai Gurudev. As we are celebrating Arun's life, Arun, in such a short life, you touch so many hearts. Arun never missed Kriya whenever he's in town. His mom will make sure to schedule if he's coming on Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday. Our Kriya will be according to Arun's schedule when we were doing in-person Kriya. And on Zoom either, whether he's sick, he's in hospital, or he's anywhere, he'll make sure that he will do Kriya. Auntie, I'll be there. Either it's knowledge series or silence course. Any art of living course, Arun will be the first one to register there. Me and Arun traveled to Boone in such a skinny guy with such a huge van. He will be driving, and both of us went to the Boone for the silence course at the last minute, and we really enjoyed that course.
And now I just have a very fond memory of Arun, the last Kriya that he did with us on the Zoom. After Kriya, he turned his video on. He says, Auntie, I couldn't breathe because I wasn't able to breathe, but I wanted to be in this space of Kriya. And I love you, Uncle and Auntie. Bye. That was his last words. Jai Gurudev, you will be in our heart. We will miss you. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, Auntie, Uncle. I'd like to invite one of Arun's oldest friends, Sal, to share a few words.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. I'm Sal, and I didn't have the privilege of meeting Arun until later in high school years, after meeting Anu. And when we started hanging out, we clicked immediately. I mean, we were attached at the hip. And so much so that we decided to just wake up one day and decide to move to Florida and do some college down there. And, you know, and what an adventure it was down there. And, you know, he became very close with my family. And, you know, he would often FaceTime my mom and my aunt and check on them. You know, Arun was the definition of love. You know, if I could think of the word love and put a person next to it, I would put him next to it. And I believe that Arun's spirit was beyond this earthly realm. And he always just took such good care of me as a friend. You know, he was a true brother. When my wife and I got married, he gave us this beautiful set of onyx glasses that are just so beautiful. And it's actually my favorite gift that we received from our wedding day. Such a beautiful offering. And Arun, he decided to be like our chauffeur on our wedding night. He had rented this huge SUV and drove us around, and made sure that we were okay, made sure that we got to our hotel room, made sure that we were able to rest. And man, I'm really gonna miss him. He was just such an awesome person to me. And, you know, if you had the the privilege of knowing Arun, then you know that your life is better because of him. And he would say it's okay to be sad, but not to remain sad, to live life to the fullest. I had the privilege of doing the Art of Living course with Arun and Preeti, and it really changed my life. And I'll never forget that. And I just want to thank the family for allowing me to speak this morning. And Godspeed, Arun. I love you, man.
Thanks, Sal. I'd like to invite Anila, another friend of Arun's.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to thank Arun's whole family, Kumi Auntie, Anu, and Mona, especially for creating this occasion for us to honor our beloved Arun. I wrote some things down today because I didn't trust my emotions not to get away from me, so bear with me a little. Arun and I were friends for about 25 years. We met in high school, and when I went to think about this amazing person and what I wanted to say, I have so many fond memories and so many thoughts that what happened was like the opposite of a loss of words. The words about him just keep coming to me, and I don't think that's going to stop. He was just so amazing. I wanted to share one of the very special occasions was my wedding day. For obvious reasons, we were married, and both of them on that day immediately gained a brother. He was very brotherly with me and very protective, especially when we were younger. He always looked out for me, and we're hearing that a lot. He looked out for everybody. I wanted to share that his beautiful beads were a gift on my wedding day, and they were worn by my really lovely bridesmaids. And it's still special to look back at photos and to know that he was a part of this occasion for us. I wanted to pause on something that somebody said earlier, and it's just so true that our Arun, he had style. He had so much style, and he could wear colors, and he could wear patterns and bracelets and vests and visors and hats. And I mean, he really outdid everyone. So I think we ought to celebrate that man's style. Again, when I went to think about words about him and the qualities that I think just embody him the most, he taught everyone around him a lot just by being himself. He did things with love in his heart, so much love, and we all felt that. I think when I think of Arun, I think of pure good, the sort of rare qualities that we love in people. He had, they were a part of him. He did things with generosity. He was compassionate. He had integrity and huge strength in his character. And he did things with gratitude. Somehow he made me feel like it was his honor to be part of my life and his privilege, but I know that I am the lucky person in that relationship. I feel really honored to be able to speak about him and to say that he was truly one of my best friends. He just made it a point to be part of our life. You know, I'm sitting in the home that my husband and I purchased together. He was the very first friend to visit us. We still had moving boxes around us, but it didn't matter. He was on the road, and we knew that if time worked for me and time worked for him, we were going to get together. Like, so despite the mess, you know, he was going to be here and warm our house with us.
Thank you, Anila.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite my brother, Ravi Shah, to sing a song. Bubbly, right?
Before I sing something for Arun, I would like to say something about him. We were not that fortunate to have spent that much time with him, as much as Mona or Anu or Auntie or Kakasa might have. But whenever he came to India, it was, you know, like a fresh breeze coming to you. Full of life, full of love, full of warmth for everyone. My children, Gunjan, Gavin, Ayush, Samket and Shubham, they waited for him to come to India. Like whenever Arun Chacha will come, they will have great time, grand celebration, nights out and whatnot. And like Abheji said, he was an epitome of love and warmth for everyone. He had his wallets and heart open for everyone, as Abheji just said a few minutes ago. He was a great support system for us, for my family, for my children. What to say? We will forever miss him. I know he is not with us anymore, but his memories will always be etched on our brains until eternity. Maybe wherever he is, he should be happy. His soul has taken a new healthy, happy body or something. Jahan pe bhi hai, he should be happy. I've just prepared a song for him. Not exactly I have prepared, but I'll sing for him. ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का यही है यही है रंग रूप, थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, यही है, यही है, यही है छाँव धूप। ये न सोचो इसमें अपनी हार है कि जीत है, उसे अपना लो जो भी जीवन की रीत है। ये दुख छोड़ो, आंसू रोको, ये भी गुजर जाएगा, ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का यही है, यही है, यही है रंग रूप। धन से न दुनिया से, घर से न द्वार से, सांसों की डोर बंधी है हम सब के प्यार से। दुनिया छूटे पर ना टूटे, ये ऐसा बंधन है, ये जीवन है, इस जीवन का यही है, यही है, यही है रंग रूप। थोड़े गम है, थोड़ी खुशियाँ, यही है, यही है, यही है छाँव धूप, ये जीवन है। This is life, and this is going to be like that. Arun is not with us anymore, but still he will always be with us. He will never be out of our lives, never be out of our lives.
Thank you, Babli Bhai. Kirti?
Pranam everyone.
हाँ बेटा बोलो.
Arun Bhaiya is an absolute sweetheart. Since I was a child, he would play with Barbies with me and take me out for pizza. I was 5 or 6 and we all were in Rishikesh and Mummy Papa were in silence. And Arun Bhaiya would take me to my art excel course and sit with me through the course and then play with me. And we had an age gap, I think, of 20-25 years, and still he would play with me like he was my age. And then in the evening, he would take us for a walk and swim in the Ganga. From everything, he was around, even though we would meet like once in 2 years. From me getting my first phone, he bought it for me. Or I would always look forward to sending him Rakhis because he would wear it all year long. So I would get him Om bracelets instead of normal Rakhis because he really loved them. He would talk about everything and anything I could talk to him. Lately, I was doing shifts and in odd hours I could call him because he would be awake and I would be awake. And we would talk a lot. And when I got my tattoo, he was the first one to know about, like, say, other than Mummy and Papa, he was the first one to know about it because we used to talk about those as well. And he would always tease me by saying that when I was really young, I don't remember this saying this, but he said that he would ask me who loves you the most, like he used to do it with Abby. He would do that to me as well, that who loves you the most. And Ringo Bhai was around, and I said, all of you love me. Like I was 5, 6, I don't know. But he said, I love you the most, and I'm that, and you are my favorite. And he he made sure that I was his favorite. Thank you.
You know, this quality of loving everyone so that they feel that they're his favorite, that's a unique gift. I'd like to invite Kirti, another Kirti, Kirti Mathur from UK.
My name is Ritesh Mathur. I knew Arun for over 15 years, and throughout his travels with his business, he sometimes stayed with me in Charlotte. And one of the most fond memories I have is our late night conversations when we would have so much reverence for everything, but at the same time found so much comedy in things. For example, one of the things we talked about was, Kriya and the processes, and we made our own martial arts out of it. So first stage headlock, put somebody in the headlock in your arm. Second stage karate chop and Boston uppercut. Just loved his energy, colorful person, colorful personality. He'll be truly missed, and I'd like to send a lot of love and prayers to him and his family.
Hi, I'm Kirti Mathur. I met Arun in 2002 on the first trip to the US I had with Gurudev, and it's like I was in like a sea of people, like hundreds and hundreds of people in an advanced course, and then just he and I just kind of locked when we met each other. I didn't know his name, he didn't know who I was, but we just were like, okay, we got to meet each other. It was like that, and then literally every single time I ever met Arun after that, it was the same thing. He came with such spirit of energy and just like such a sincere and unique guy. And one of the last times I saw him, he was one day it was in Boone in the ashram, and I think he was he was sitting one of the courses, and he was in like full dhoti and kurta and everything, and he looked like he was a rishi or something. And then the next day he was like in full-on hip-hop clothing, and he could pull any look off, and he didn't care. He was just so unique and inspiring in that way. One of the times I met him, he was wearing like this baby blue, powder blue colored top, t-shirt, track pants, shoes, and a woolly hat, and the whole thing was in blue. And I was asking him, like, how do you just pull this stuff off? Like, you're amazing. He was like, listen, man, you could do it too. So then I went out and I bought this top, and it was the same color that he had, and I wore it with so much pride. And literally, I've owned this thing since that first time I met him. And I tell you what, I'll wear it with pride every time now, and I'll think of Arun. I'll never forget him. Kumi Auntie, sending you lots and lots of love. Can only imagine how tough this is for you. And Mona, you guys are amazing. You're an amazing family, and thank you so much for bringing us Arun and helping him, letting him shape so much of my outlook on life.
Sending lots of love.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
I'd like to invite one of our senior Art of Living teachers, one of the most senior Art of Living teachers. Arun was president, as are many of us, of the Philip Fraser fan club. Philip.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. Oh, it's amazing to hear everyone talk. And I just feel blessed, to having known Arun. He's a beautiful spirit. And like echoing what everyone said, he was in the world and in the spirit, like 100%. Like he really went to the fullest. He lived life to the fullest. And I have really amazing memories of coming to Kumi's house, and Arun must have been a teenager back then on the skateboard, and then just knowing him over the years. And course after course, he came on a lot of silence courses, and he was just 100%, And it's the sad news, and it's the mystery of life, that we're all in. I will share with you a few notes here. Let me just turn off this mic and put the other one.
Let's all close our eyes.
Shake your head.
Let's all close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, making this sound. Another breath in. And once more, breathe in. Become aware of your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. Every breath in brings energy. Every breath out brings relief, relaxation. Breathing in is birth, renewal. Exhalation, death, transformation. With every breath we're born, with every exhalation, there's death, transformation. Let us honor this breath that we've been given. Let us become aware of the sounds in the environment. Let us accept all the sounds in the environment. We are part of the environment. Mountains have existed for millions and millions of years and shall exist for millions more. The stars will continue to twinkle and shine. In this body, in this form, we come and we go, but something within us remains eternal, which is as ancient as the mountains, as eternal as the stars. Let us connect to that eternal, unchanging presence inside. That which is part of the universe, that presence which holds the divinity within. The body may change, our thoughts may change, but something inside remains the same, unshakable, ever pure. You are that unchanging self inside. Happiness, peace, love, it's your very nature. It is this unchanging self, this unchanging nature, that's connected to everyone here, that will always be connected to our beloved Arun, and to all our loved ones. Let us become aware of the region of our heart. Let us become aware of the region of our throat, a tiny dot in the center of the throat. It is in this region that our grief transforms to gratitude. Grateful for time, for our body, for each other. And let us completely relax. letting go of any effort. With the fullness inside our hearts, let us send love and peace to our Arun and to all our ancestors, all the people that we love. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Another breath in and slowly breathe out. And taking your time, as you are comfortable, you can slowly open the eyes or continue to keep them closed for a few minutes longer. Jai Gurudev.
Here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything you've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever, everything would be the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name, 'cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey, everything be alright. Go and raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. And the memories bring back you. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe, Govinda Gopala Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Radhe 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 Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Govinda Gopala Hari Radhe. Hari Govinda Hari Gopala Hari Govinda Hari Radhe. Govinda Hari Gopala Hari Govinda Hari Radhe. Govinda Hari Gopala Hari Govinda Hari Radhe. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. And the memories bring back you.
I'd like to invite Sonal, one of Arun's sisters, to share.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. It's the perfect following, actually. Memories bring back you. The first time I met Arun, I'll share the memory. It was more a recognition than a friendship. He's my little brother. We've spoken everything about, from Yoga Vashishta to death to astrology to football, like Preeti said. He would try to teach me it. I still don't understand it. Even though the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl, I get it, Arun. One of my favorite memories about Arun was Rishikesh. I think Kirti mentioned it. We went together to see the Neelkant temple, and at the top, like above the temple, there was this other little temple on the top, and there was only like a goat track on it to get up to that it's the top of the world. And he looks at me and I look at him, and we would get into all these crazy things together. And we just decided to climb up, much to the, his mama, mommy were there. They were like, what are you two doing? And we went up the goat track laughing all the way, because our birthdays are within days of each other. And the sign is Capricorn, so it's sea goats. And him and I would laugh. We were not sea goats, we were silly goats. So from the top of the world, Arun, wherever you are, I hope, here it is. Oh, can you see it? No, there we go. I don't know if you can see him. It's one of my favorite photographs of him. Top of the world, Arun, I hope you fly high and walk off the beaten track, as you always did. One of the kindest, gentlest souls I know. And I really can't speak much more than that. So I'm going to thank you, Arun, for being there and for still being there. Bye.
Thanks, Sonal. I'd like to invite our neighbor and Arun's friend, Travis.
Hello. So Arun was never wanting to waste a moment, since the future was never promised and life was ever fleeting. He was on a mission, and the mission was to just bring out the best in any single person that he ever met, no matter if it was a stranger on the street or somebody that he loved and knew for a long time. And to help people love and accept each other was also like his second, just like passion. I was so lucky to be the recipient of both. One of my earliest memories of Arun was protecting me from my brothers, who were just being big brothers. But he knew before anybody, I think, that I would need that love and acceptance more than anybody, for me to accept myself and for others to accept me as well. as I got older. He was also always telling me about his travels and just like how far he was going and how far I would go. He was always larger than life, and he was just the guy in the neighborhood that made us feel, each of us, like we made a difference. To know him was to know the Energizer Bunny, because just minutes with him and your battery was fully charged. He was always there for me and my family. And we were always all honored to call him one of our own. And Kumi Auntie and Mona and Anu, thank you for this time. And the entire Shaw family, thank you for just sharing him with the world. Thank you.
Travis, that was so sweet. I'd like to invite Manoj and Darshana.
So, Jai Gurudev, everybody. I've known Arun for the longest time. Kumi Auntie's family and our family, we go way back. So this is such a personal loss. I've lost a younger brother. We have that family connection, and we also have that art of living connection. So I have a lot of memories of him back in the Montreal ashram. But something about his personality that was like really striking was how helpful he was. If you needed anything, like in the blink of an eye, he would be there. He was always available. He would bend over backwards to help you. He told me a story I think he was just finishing his high school. Maybe he just finished. One of his friends had some addiction issue, so he would drive him every day to the rehab center, back and forth for weeks. I mean, that just shows you the character and the kind of friend that he was. He would put others first before him. And I know a lot of people talked about his style, and he just had such a charismatic personality. And I mean, how he spoke to adults, he spoke to them with such love and such respect. And I mean, he had so much love to give to people. I know he really loved his sisters a lot. And I know he loved his football team a lot, that's for sure. So such a beautiful soul, and we'll miss him. And I'm sure he's in peace now.
Well, I have very, very fond memories of Arun. I would meet him occasionally, once in a while, but the few moments that he would just give so much love, and there was no sense of judgment. And I just remember him being the first one to be in the DC Center for every silence course, every other silence course, and he would do seva 100%. The first one to come in and clean up, and the last one to leave the kitchen. And he just gave so much love. And in Jainism we say Ananti Hamara Swabhav hai. That is what he was. He was joy, he was love. And really, I don't think he was from this planet. I think he was an otherworldly soul, and may he find peace. Jai Gurudev.
It's getting harder and harder for me to speak. I'd like to invite Anu Prestonia, one of Arun's friends. He thought of his work associates as his family, and they thought of him as family. Anu?
Good morning, everyone. Greetings and my condolences to Mama Shah and Mona and Anu, and greetings to the elders. I didn't know Arun for that long. I met him in 2018 at a beach show, and we connected immediately. So I thought it was because I was special, but I found out it's because Arun was so special. He was a collector of hearts. He just sweetly gathered the hearts of others, and he brought out the best in everyone. He was so trusting and generous. I fell in love with his gems. I wanted to go on the road with him, and he was like, no, you don't know how hard this work is. And he invited me to come to Maryland and meet his mom. And then last year, on Mother's Day, before Mother's Day came, he ordered from my business gifts for his mom, both of his sisters, some of his clients, his beloved clients. And I was just so taken aback by that kind of generosity. I wanted to go on the road with him, but we would talk on the phone for hours. And now I think, how did he have the time to talk to me when he has so many other people who love him? Arun passed 31 days after my mother passed. So it's been shock after shock. But that gem poem that was told yesterday explains him perfectly. He was an angel, and I think he needed, the world needed him to do some other work. And I just like to say a little chant. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanjaya Shantaya Niralambaya Dejase. Continue to travel in the light, Arun. Thank you for all you've given us. Om Shanti, everyone.
Thank you, Anu. Erica is an old friend of Arun's. I'd like to invite her to speak.
First, I'd like to thank everyone for being here to help Arun's family and friends celebrate his life. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Kumianti, Mona, Anu, I'm sending you all of our love from our family. I met Arun when I was 21. He walked into my restaurant with his friend Sal and changed my life. At the time, he was back and forth between New York City and Bowie. I would visit him in New York City whenever I could. We would take wonderful drives together, travel together, eat incredible foods, and he taught me about his Indian culture. We had many adventures together, and it's hard to pick just one to share. I moved to New York City to be closer to him and to create a new life. We developed a deep relationship and connection that lasted all these years. I will never forget his laugh and his smile. He had the best sense of humor. He knew how to lighten even some of the darkest moments. He was a go-getter, a world traveler, a life of the party, smart, charming, and he had a magnetism that drew anyone and everyone. He helped me deepen my spiritual awareness and was always supportive of my dreams. He never judged me or most people. He was extremely accepting and loving. I shall miss my dear friend, Arun. He was fearless and forever curious about everything. Arun was a bright light that brought warmth everywhere. Arun loved to share inspiring quotes and poems with me over the years. I found one he shared from Gurudev Sri Sri. It says, "Dream the impossible. Know that you are born in this world to do something wonderful and unique. Don't let this opportunity pass by. Give yourself the freedom to dream and think big." I will carry this quote and many others with me and live big. I will go forward taking the best of him and sharing it with others. In turn, I hope that this will honor him. Thank you. Jai Gurudev.
I don't know how all of you keep finding the words to express the unexpressible so beautifully. I'd like to invite our dear friend Manish Tandon, our own resident international rock star.
So the word satsang means company of the truth. Sat means truth, sang means company of. And I've heard Gurudev say that you know that someone's the company of the wise or the company of the true when you bring your problems to them and you feel lighter. You know, some people you talk to and you feel heavier about it. They're just egging on your negativity. And then there's those precious people when you're around them, you talk to them, and all of a sudden you feel like lighter and you feel better. Like, oh, I can get through this. This is all easy. And Arun had that special quality. You're just around him and you feel that everything is possible and it's not that big of a deal. There's this lightness, of playfulness, positivity about him. And that's what this song is about. It's called Rise for You. It's about those people who raise us up, raise our vibration, and we become better people by being around them. And I think all of us have become better people by knowing Arun.
música, Tere Charanam Swami, Tere Koti Pranam, Tere Charanam Swami, Tere Koti Pranam. It didn't seem like the type that I would go for. The stars are aligned, here we are together. Yeah, you make it all make sense. You turn the dark into light, turn the noise into music. You open my mind, erasing all the confusion. Turn my sadness into strength. When I look at your face, the clock stops ticking crazy. My mind stops tripping, 'cause nobody gets me like you do. And through every mistake, when I feel like running, you save me from what I'm becoming. Even when I fear I'm falling through, I always rise for you. I always rise for you. Always thought I was fine, but there was something missing. You showed me a light I never need to question. 'Cause I got everything I want, and all my pain underneath. You're the one who can heal it. I don't have to speak, already know what I'm feeling. Turn my chaos into calm. When I look at your face, the clock stops ticking crazy. My mind stops tripping, 'cause nobody gets me like you do. And through every mistake, when I feel like running, you save me from what I'm becoming. Even when I fear I'm falling through, I always rise for you. I always rise for you. Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandha Saka, Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandha Saka, Tere Charanam mein Swami, Mere Koti Pranam, Tere Charanam mein Swami, Mere Koti Pranam, Tere Charanam mein Swami, Mere Koti Pranam, Tere Charanam mein Swami, Mere Koti Pranam.
Manish, what a gift. One of your original songs. It's so perfect. Arun had many parents. Sandy, he called his American mother. I'd like to invite Sandy to come and speak.
Hello, everyone. First of all, my condolences to the family of Arun. And I feel my words are going to be inadequate to what has been said so far, but I will do my best. I met Arun at a beach show in New York City, and I was walking around the show, and I see the sign, Bollywood beads, and I'm like, wow, what vendor is this? As I had not ever heard of it before. And so I walked into his booth, and he was, dressed with a hat on and a really fine suit. And he came over to me and he said, "Hi, I'm Arun." And I said, "Arun?" And I just wanted to make sure I had the pronunciation of his words, of his name correct. And he said, "Yeah, rhymes with maroon." And he chuckled and I giggled. And from that point on, we were very good friends. And someone else had said it, I felt like I was the only friend he had, but there's witnesses today that he touched so many lives. And I feel like I didn't see him very often, only at bead shows. But when I did, he made me feel like I was the only one in his booth. And he helped me pick out the finest stones for my jewelry. And he helped me, match colors and tell me about the gems. I learned so much from him than I could ever learn in a textbook or on the internet somewhere. And the last time I tried to see him was at another show in New York. And we were visiting my son who went to college in New York City, and we had plans to meet my son for lunch. And I went very early in the morning to the show when it first opened, and I went to Arun's booth and he was not there. Someone else was manning the booth. And I said, "Where is Arun?" And he said, "Oh, he's not here yet. He's still at the hotel. He'll be coming shortly." And that's my only regret, because we had plans the rest of the day with my son, and I never got to see him that day. But I miss him, and I had a dream about him last night, and my loved ones that have passed come to me in my dreams, and he was just, in my dream, he was just the epitome of life as he was when he was here with us. He looked so healthy. He looked so young and vibrant. He didn't say anything to me. He was just with me in front of me. So I'm hanging on to that and hanging on to the memories that I had with him. So thank you for allowing me to speak, and my thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you, Sandy. I'd like to invite Hansa Auntie to speak.
Just a few days back, about 15, 16 days back, I kept, these memories of Arun kept coming to me. The special time I had with him, that kept coming for 2-3 days in a row. We were in Boon Ashram together. And on the Guru Purnima night, I was walking and Arun passed by. And Arun said, "Hi, Auntie. Would you like to go to the terrace on the meditation hall?" And I said, "Sure." So Arun and I, we walked and we went on the terrace. And we walked in the moonlight on the terrace. And then he says, "Shall we meditate?" I said, "Sure." So we meditated together on the terrace. And then we chatted with each other to catch up with life. And then he brought me back. He walked with me to my room. This was such a special experience for me. It really touched my heart. To me, it was like a mother-son moments. So beautiful, so precious. And when I kept thinking about it this few days back, 15, 16 days back, those feelings brought such warmth. It was so soothing and it just felt wonderful. It's like he was visiting me. I think, like everyone else has said, I echo all the qualities. He was very considerate, very caring. I have been knowing Kumi and the family for about 30 years now. Every time we visited, Arun would make sure, he will attend to our needs and serve and everything. He was such a special soul, very pure soul. And I really could feel that belongingness. I think he lived the belongingness. He really lived the art of living knowledge. He was full of love. He was embodiment of love and wisdom and belongingness.
And just like his name says, Arun, it means sun. After few days of cloudy, rainy days, look what we have. We have a sunny day, beautiful sunny day today. So as we are celebrating this, he's with us. And Kumi, Mona, Anu, I'm not going to pray for Arun or any of you, because I know divine grace is with you. Divine grace is with Arun. He's in the lap of our dear Guru, and divine grace is with all of you.
Thank you, Auntie.
Jai Gurudev.
I'd like to invite our neighbor, Barbara Curtis, to speak on behalf of the family. Barbara, you're good.
I had to think how to unmute this. I'm sorry.
You're good.
I want to thank everyone who worked to make it possible for us to celebrate and honor Arun today together. My family and the Shah family have been nearby neighbors for almost 40 years. And I think it's best if I read you a letter that I wrote to Arun's family last week. Dear Kumi, Mona, and Anu, my heart breaks for you. The world was enhanced by Arun's presence. We all wish we could have had him with us much longer. I remember the first time I met Arun. He must have been around 2 years old because he could run well, but he was still wearing a diaper. And actually that day, that's all he was wearing. It was obvious that he had sneaked out of the house alone, and he was off on an adventure. I met him ambling down Kenley Place toward Kavanaugh Lane. I didn't know who he was. He must have talked to me or led me, because somehow I returned him to the correct home. That was when I met you, Kumi, and you invited me inside for a visit. Arun continued to display his free spirit by climbing onto something elevated and dancing happily. He looked like a little sprite or pixie. I still smile at the memory. The last time I saw Arun was about 1.5 years ago. Again, it was in your home. He showed me some of his gems, and we had a truly endearing conversation. He had a gracious way about him as he expressed his love for his family, appreciation of his friends, and an eye for natural beauty. He made a valuable difference in the lives of his many friends. I'm happy that I was part of his growing up years and could see the admirable adult he became. Bill and I share in your sadness. How much harder it must be for you all to face this without Gyan's presence. We were all blessed to have Arun in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara, for such a lovely letter you sent to me. It was really very touching. Thank you very much for being there for us.
I'd like to invite Arun Uncle and Lekha Auntie. My father named Arun after Arun Uncle.
Thank you very much, Mona. Respected Kumi Bhabi, family members, and friends. Gyan, Arun's dad, was my dearest, best friend. Soon after his son was born, he excitedly called me up and said that Kumi and I have decided to name him Arun after you. Believe me, I was so deeply touched and felt so honored. What a unique way to celebrate our eternal bond of friendship.
My husband and I, met Arun a couple of times, both in America and in India. Every single moment spent with him was so enjoyable. His affectionate, generous, charming, fun-loving nature endeared him to us. He touched everyone he met, and we have been hearing such fantastic tributes. Can you hear me, Mona?
Yes, Auntie, you're good.
He touched everyone we met, everyone he met. These unforgettable characteristics, his mannerisms, his looks were so much like Gyan Bhai Sahab, including his sense of humor. It was just amazing, as if, like he was just so much part of Gyan Bhai Sahab and so much a part of Kumi Bhabi also. He was truly an angel.
Each time I spoke to Arun or met him, it always felt as if I was with Gyan. I would like to share my belief with all of you today that God perhaps does not make such endearing, humble, kindest souls like Gyan and Arun very often in this world. Jai Gurudev, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Uncle. I'd like to invite our own Mary Walker to lead us in song.
So I remember the first time sitting down and having a conversation with Arun, and it was like we had known each other for years. It was like that when you met him. He was so friendly, and it was like I was his and he was mine. Like I belonged to him. It was so beautiful. He really embodied that knowledge, and that was a wonderful thing about him. You felt like you're a part of him. How sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind,
me.
Amazing Grace, Mary. It's all Amazing Grace that's bringing us together. I'd like to invite Nidu to share a few stanzas, and Nidu's singing will lead us into a video of Arun's life.
Thank you, Didi. Jai Gurudev. When I am down and oh, my soul so worried, when troubles come and my heart burden be, I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. Sarvam Brahmam Mayam Re. Sarvam Brahmam Mayam. 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Satyanarayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Satyanarayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Satyanarayana Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Satyanarayana Hari Om Govinda Krishna Hari Om Gopala Krishna 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 Hari Om Narayana Hari Om Satyanarayana 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 Hari Om Govinda Krishna Hari Om Gopala Krishna Hari Om Govinda Krishna Hari Om Gopala Krishna Hari Om Govinda Krishna Hari Om Gopala Krishna Hari Om Govinda Krishna.
Thank you, everyone. For being part of this.
So Arun was a huge Beatles fan, and the first line of the song itself is like it was written for him. He always took a sad song and made it better. Hey Arun, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start
time you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world on your shoulders. For well you know that it's the fool who plays it cool by making this world a little colder. Da 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 da. Hey Jude, don't let me down. You think I've found her, now go and get her. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. So all of us, wherever we are, sing this next part. Let's sing it together. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, hey Arun. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, hey Arun. Once more. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, hey Arun.
Manoj, Aniket, you made that special in only the way that you guys know how.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai
We love
Guru.
Arun and we love you guys.
Thank you, Aniket. The last few days, I really felt like a brother's been helping us this whole time in planning this. We'd like to thank all of you for coming. I'm sure Mummy wants to say a few words, and I know Mummy wants to give a blessing to everybody. Ma?
Thank you, everybody, for being here for us. I really appreciate it. I feel like a part of my body is gone, but he's still with me, close to my heart. I will say some chanting for the peace and love he has spread all over the world. Om Namo Arantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vachayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Savapavapanasano, Manglalam cha Savvesim, Padmam Havai Mangalam. Chatari Mangalam, Arhanta Mangalam, Siddha Mangalam, Sahu Mangalam, Kevali Panto, Dhammo Mangalam. Chatari Logottama, Arhanta Logottama, Siddha Logottama, Sahu Logottama, Kevali Panto Dhammo Logottama. Chatari Sharanapavajami, Arhanta Sharanapavajami, Siddha Sharanapavajami, Sahu Sharanam Pavajami, Kevali Panto Dhammo Sharanam Pavajami. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Gurudev. Blessings to all of you, and blessing and love to my beloved Arun.
You know, in every phone call, Arun made sure he told us that he loved us, and it's Arun that got us all saying that to each other. So remember to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. And thank you, everyone, for being part of our life and being part of this celebration.
Thank you, Mona, for Abhay, Eddie, to be with me all the time, support me and love me. And it means a lot to Arun.
I love you, Mom.
You forgot your favorite daughter, Anu.
Did I?
Yes.
You were the first one. I said Mona Anu.
No. Oh. Thank you, everybody, for making today so special and for all of the love and support that you've shown all of us throughout this. We couldn't have gotten through the last couple of weeks without you guys. It's amazing to see how everybody came together.
God bless him.
Really appreciate you.
Anu, we all love Arun from the bottom of our heart. We all love him. We all love every one of you.
We love you too, Babu.
It was great to be a part of such a great celebration of life for Arun.
Ayush, if you can hear me, I'll miss you, little brother.
We're also blessed to have known Arun. What a blessing.
Anu, thank you for the beautiful gift you sent yesterday.
We love you, Kumi.
Thank you, Hansa.
Holding you in our hearts, Kumi. We are holding you in our hearts. Our arms surround you, all of us.
I
We love you, Kumi,
thank
Mona, and Anu.
We
Beta,
love
we
you
love
very
you
much.
very, very much.
Big heart.
Yeah, and be strong. Yeah, just
God will help everything.
yeah, be blessed.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Uncle.
See you, Anu.
We love you,
Auntie. Bye.
Anu, Kumi, Kumi, I'm sending this.
I'll wait.
Thank you.
Kumi, I send you this prayer.
Yes,
and
Mom.
just send it to everyone. Mighty God, indwelling the universe as you indwell our hearts. We are so grateful, we are so grateful, we are so grateful because we can see the spirit of Arun has merged with your loving presence and is now with us forever and ever. We thank you for having shared this blessing of this life with us, for having enriched each one of us with his love, with his joy, and even with his pain. He taught us. And we ask that whenever we think of him, we are surrounded and blessed with the love that he shared with us. We will remember the good times and help those and let those take us to through the difficult times. This we send forth with all the love that you have given us. Amen. Ashe.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much.
Carla, go ahead.
First of all, congratulations. I had no idea you were married, let alone pregnant.
Thank
I
you.
was very shocked to find that out today. I've known you guys for almost 30 years, probably more than 30 now. We haven't been in much contact recently, mate. I've just been all in touch with so many other things happening, but I want you guys to know that you're not any further from my heart than you were when we first met. And I love you dearly. And I just send you all the condolences, but it's obvious that
that Arun left us with more than we could have ever expected. And I think celebrating his life like we did today is what we need to take forward. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful celebration. I
Carla.
feel very honored.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you. Okay, let's finish everything off on a super positive note, and we'll have one more song from our superstars. Thank you, everybody.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days, the dark sacred nights. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Radhe Govind, 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 Radhe Govind. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Radhe Govind, 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 Radhe Govind. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, everyone.
बहुत अच्छे सेलिब्रेशन हुआ भूमि।
थैंक यू जीजी। बस आप लोगों का सबका आशीर्वाद था। बच्चों ने बहुत मेहनत करी है दोनों ने।
इतना अच्छे से भजन भी गाए और सब बहुत अच्छे से हो गया।
भानु दीदी भी एक बार कहने से पूजा कराने आ गई थी।
हाँ, भानु दीदी भी आ गई, अजय, मधुश्री सब थे।
हाँ हाँ, सारे थे, सारे आडोलिंग के लोग थे।
अपना ख्याल रखना।
हाय संदीप बाबू।
Pranam, Mami ji.
Pranam.
I've been better. Mona, you did a good. And Anu, how is she feeling? When is she due?
July end.
End of July.
Great. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Anu. Anu है.
Anu speak.
What's up, Pranam? Thank you, Babu Bhai.
No, congratulations.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
कैसी हो अनु तबीयत ठीक है ना
हाँ सब कुछ ठीक है
ध्यान रखना अपना बेटा
हाँ I will bless up
मम्मी का भी माँ का भी ध्यान रखना
we will everybody this is my dad's sister I love that face.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
All of you.
You have something really exciting to look forward to, having a grandchild.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
My first grandchild.
Yeah, there's something really exciting to look forward to.
For me, it's a great news. We did not know about it, but congratulations.
It's very new for all of us also, Chan.
Very, very happy. We are very happy for all of you. Something to look forward now.
It's
Okay,
just
congratulations.
thank you, Auntie. It's really just amazing and proof how God works for us and takes care of us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we are very, very happy for you guys, you know. Just
thank you.
Okay.
So nice to see all of you. Ilan, Taj, Pramila, Auntie, Birla Uncle, Anandi, Lisa, David, Sandra, Jeffrey, Pam, Nana, Michael. You're working on a show, but you're still there. Sally, Erica, of course, Gavin, Larry.
Sandra,
You've been there every
Sandra,
day.
call me.
Atul Mama, Sunil Mama, Shivani.
Are you from Durham, the Sandy? Oh, you're
Yes,
from New
Mom.
York.
No, Mom, it's from Durham.
I see.
Santosh, Avinash, and all of you who are not able to keep your cameras on right now. Thank you, all of you. We see you.
Ilan is there. Larry is there.
Thank you, Mona and Anu. It was such a great program. It was really awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You did very hard work. We are really thankful to all of you. So will you let us join this?
Erica, come and visit me when you are in the area.
I will, Miss Kumi. I'll come see you soon.
Sure.
Blessings and love to you.
Thank you, Kamal Mama Sa, Sunita, Sumitra, Madhulika. Thank you, Pam.
Philip, Rajshri, if she's still here.
Thank you all. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Okay, Kumi. Good night.
Good night, Mona. It's very late आपके लिए.
Thank you, Mona, for giving me a chance to speak. All of you did a great job putting this program together.
Thank you, Laura, for supporting so much. Chairman, Trudy.
Aniket.
Thank
you.
Yes, Aniket and Manoj both.
Auntie Hope.
हाँ बेटा खुश रहिए. Beautiful music you guys have done.
करते हैं आंटी बात करूंगा आपसे आप
हाँ बेटा 2-3 दिन में बात करते हैं बेटा अभी मोना है 2 दिन.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Rina, Santosh.
Love you a lot, Kumi auntie.
Love you, beta.
Jai Gurudev Kumi, Mona,
Jai
Anu.
Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Take care.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Georgia.
Thank you, Nancy, Georgia, Larry, Pam. Mona, Anu. Abhay, Eddie.
Thank you, Mom. We love you too.
Thank
Just
you,
bringing-
Kumi, Mona, Anu. Thank you so much.
Hi,
Take care, Dad.
Just bringing some smile on your face.
You do, Mom. No doubt about that.
Thank you, Manoj and Aniket. Lots of love to you guys. You did a
Thank you,
wonderful,
Dev,
wonderful
Auntie.
job.
Bye.
Ruchika, love you.
Love
you guys
you,
have to come and visit me one of these days, please.
We will definitely come, Auntie. We will be there.
I've already requested a song, so they have to come to play it for us.
Yes.
Thank you. You guys really, really did a beautiful job.
It was amazing, Mona and Kumi and Anu. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome,
I
Carla.
love you. And what can I do to bring a smile to your face?
Oh, Carla, you always bring a smile to our face. Don't you worry, girl.
Carla, you're past smiling, you're into laughter. That's what you bring to the world.
Larry, it has been a long time you haven't visited me.
I know it's been so long. I haven't been there. Anytime I come close, I will come see you for sure, Kumi.
Yes,
You
your
were so
yearly-
kind to us.
I miss your yearly visits.
We miss you too. And when you come here, of course, we'll go out together, right?
Yeah, same restaurant.
Yes.
Was a delicious food. I still remember. I told Mona also, whenever she goes LA, she has to go.
Yes, we'll go together.
Yes. Okay, guys. Mona, should we say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everybody.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take
Bye,
care.
Seema, Icky,
Bye, Seema,
Atul.
Atul Mama. Bye, everybody.
Anu Mama, is it still there?
Atul Mama is.
Yeah.
Atul Mama,
Sunil Mama is there. Bye,
Bye,
Sunil.
Mommy
Take
G.
care. Bye, Teresa.
Bye, Teresa. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Amita, Kirti.
Bye, Sunil Mama. I see Sunil Mama.
Bye, Martina.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Trudy.
Hi,
So
Trudy.
lovely to have you all 3 days. 4 days.
4 days. She's been there at everything.
Yeah. I just sorry I couldn't turn the video on.
It's okay, Trudy. We understand.
But you have to come and visit me now, Judy. It's been so long.
Yeah, I know.
So
She's
please
gonna come
come.
soon. She's got travel plans coming up, and then she's gonna come visit us.
Yep. Sure.
All right, Trudy. You be strong, and we'll see you soon.
Love you guys.
Love you too.
Thank you, Manish.
Okay, Kumi, no goodbyes. I love you.
Love you too. Love you too.
Thank you for being
See
with
you
us every
soon.
day, Martina.
Okay, I love you guys.
We love you too.
Mm.